What is up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitzy for March 2nd, 2023. Of course, we all know March 2nd is a Thursday. Thirsty Thursday, by the way. Hope you're enjoying something cool later, earlier, whatever, So it's cool, it's kosher. Oh, what are we talking about today? Oh boy. We got spring practice starting on Tuesday. Hopefully we'll get some interviews with players. Ryan Day would be nice. Not a lot to talk about yet until spring practice gets rolling. But so taking a break, this show. If you've been with the show for a while, I try and give you the meat and potatoes. I'm a meat and potatoes, steak and potatoes guy. Mix in some bourbon for dessert, and I'm straight. So I try and give you the meat and potatoes of players, the coaches, things that directly affect the on-field product that we see, the games and everything. So, but today, switching it up a little bit, because this indirectly, but does kind of eventually affect us, and that is Big Ten scheduling format going forward. So, as you know, 2023 is going to be our last year without before expansion. So 2024 is going to be you got Oklahoma and Texas going to the SEC. You got USC, UCLA coming into the Big Ten, and you got the new 12-team playoff format. So all this shit's happening at once. So you probably didn't know this because it's just not widely reported, but just the other day, was it like 3 days ago? They had meetings at the Big Ten conference headquarters in Chicago. You had the Big Ten administrators, obviously no El Presidente since Kevin Warren's off to the Bears, but you had administration, you had school officials, and you had all the football coaches. So that's key. When you bring in the administration, school officials, which means probably ADs, and conference football coaches, they all met last week, and they haven't finalized a new scheduling model for 2024 yet. They've got time, obviously. This is only 2023. It's March. But they talked about some of the priorities, and I want to get into like protected rivals. So 3 protected games that you can be guaranteed will be played every year, like Ohio State, Michigan, for example. But each team is going to have 3, most likely. So I want to get into who I think each team. I'm not going to go through the whole freaking Big Ten because I don't care who Rutgers plays ever, except when we play them. But so I'm going to run through like Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State, UCLA, USC, and Wisconsin. I'm going to tell you who I think their 3 protected rivals should be. But quick, I want to talk about Iowa AD, Gary Barta. He's been in the Big Ten for a long time, carries quite a bit of weight. And he said that any future realignment in the conference has to serve the greater good. And they had 2 other, I guess you'd say, common sense principles. They established that scheduling would be fair and equitable, and they want a better rotation of schedule so that, for example, a 4-year player would compete at least once in every Big Ten campus. So you can understand that. Gene Smith has also talked about that and how he thinks that is important. Gary Barta also said that they're probably going to eliminate divisions, especially when they bring in 2 teams from the West Coast. Really doesn't make sense to add them to the Big Ten West, right? Because then you got a lopsided conference. So 2024 is probably going to be the last time we see divisions. Could even be eliminated for 23. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens over the summer. But regardless, definitely by 2024. Gene Smith said in August last year that the Big Ten had already been in talks to do away with divisions. back then. So that was before the season. So we'll see. There's the question of eliminating the Big Ten championship game. That one, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with that. Gary Bartas said you can debate whether or not the championship game is better or worse, but we haven't gotten any serious discussions about eliminating it. First of all, we just got it going. It's been selling out. Ding, hello, message it has financial ramifications. Bing, if we were to decide that, but we haven't had a strong, serious conversation about that. So when first two things he says has to do with money, it's probably the direction they're going to go, wherever the money's coming from. So probably going to keep the Big Ten championship game. So here we go. Let's get into our three protected rivals. Let's start with the shithole up north, Michigan. I believe that obviously Ohio State, that's number one for them. Then Michigan State, it's regional. And I want to play them. I want to make them go to the West Coast every other year. So I think USC would be fair. Ohio State, Michigan State, USC for Michigan. Why not? Yeah. So for Penn State, I did not know this, but Michigan and Michigan State is one of the Big Ten's longest running rivalries. Did not know that. Plus you got the tunnel incident last year. So Penn State, I'm going obviously Ohio State. Maryland is, I don't know, bleh, but we'll go with it. And then, I don't know. I think I'd like to see them play a West Coast team. Rutgers, no. They don't really have a true rivalry. I mean, the Maryland rivalry is only because James Franklin likes to run up the score on them because he used to coach there and thought he's going to get the head coaching job. So I send Penn State out to the West Coast as well. Let's put them up against UCLA. That'd be a good helmet game, right? Those colors will look cool against each other. Buckeyes, obviously Michigan, Penn State, but here's where I've kind of wavered. Is it fair for the Buckeyes to have to play Michigan, Penn State, and USC every year? I mean, I want to play USC because I would enjoy beating the crap out of Lincoln Riley and those clowns, but who else would it be? I mean, it would look great on the resume to get into the playoffs, and going into 2024, you can still take a loss and make it into a 12-team playoff. Buckeyes have won the past 6 against Penn State, so I'm fine with keeping them. I just think that's a rough schedule. You got to space that shit out. You can't go back to back against 2 of those teams, man. So we'll see. Obviously, USC and Ohio State versus Ohio State, that is ratings gold. And, the television networks are going to be involved in these protected games. So you can guarantee that they're going to have some say. So I think you go Michigan, Penn State, USC, and cross your fingers. Michigan State. Obviously, Michigan, you got the regional rivalry there. Paul Bunyan's trophy, whatever. Then Penn State, I'm fine with that. And then I'm not going Buckeyes. I'm going, oh boy, this is tough. Michigan, Penn State. I don't know. Should we give them an easy one? Indiana? We'll give them Indiana for now. All right. Wisconsin, last one. Or wait, no, we got USC and UCLA. Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, you got the regional battles there. But you got to give them somebody tough, though. All right. So I'm going to send Wisconsin out to the West Coast. Let's give them USC. That's a ball game. So yeah, you can't take away Paul Bunyan's axe. You got to keep that in. USC, obviously UCLA for the regional matchup. Give them the Buckeyes, and I don't know. Does Nebraska sound good? Penn State. Yeah, I'm going Penn State. I'm going UCLA, Ohio State, Penn State. UCLA, USC, obviously. Michigan, I like that. And Penn State. Yeah, that sounds good. So that's all I got for you today. Don't forget, hit up that Amazon gift card video. Drop your comment on that video, and you are entered to win. Don't forget to like and subscribe too, though. All right, I'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.